Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this channel, I'm gonna share with you my chart analysis on cryptocurrency and stock market, as well as my position, entries and exits, and most importantly, the rationales behind that. First, let's take a look at the Bitcoin. In my last episode, I mentioned to you that I have entered at this green bar on January 24 when I spotted a bottom structure on the 12-hour chart. I also mentioned that I would like to see whether this 12-hour bottom can trigger the bottom structure to be formed on the daily chart. So now let's take a look at the daily chart with the help of 12-hour bottom structure. So on the daily chart, actually on this day, which is January 27, also the bottom structure has been formed. So it's a good news because generally speaking, the bottom structure on the daily chart can be much more effective than the 12-hour chart because of it's a much longer time frame. So the rebound it can bring is generally bigger scale than that of 12 hours. However, the not so good news is that if we look at the speed here, I would say currently we don't see any sign of acceleration. So when we look at the previous high, it's wave 1, wave 2 rebound, wave 3, and then here. So here you can see that from the speed, it's not faster than the rebound of wave 2. So two possibilities. Because we're just on the third day of the bottom structure being formed, maybe we need to be a little bit more patient, and maybe the market can accelerate later. Or if the speed continues like this, then I wouldn't be surprised it will go lower after the rebound of wave 4 as the wave 5. So if it's going up and accelerating, that means my entry is correct. But if it continues this speed and then create a new, that means my entry here is wrong. How do I correct it? When the price fall below the previous low, which is 35,091 on January 22nd, I will exit and wait for the next sign of the bottom. Then let's take a look at the larger context. Here is the previous low on July 20, 2021 at 29,786 points. As long as the price doesn't drop below this line, we can still consider that currently the market is still in an upward trend and we're just in the correction in an upward trend. But if the price falls below this line, then it's another story, meaning that we're already in a downward trend. So now let's take a look at the S&P 500. In my last episode, I mentioned that on this bar last Friday, the price dropped below the lower bound of the long-term trend. I cleared all my positions on the S&P 500. Until the end of yesterday, I still didn't change my position at all. I'm still at 0. Why? Because first, the price didn't break out through both short-term trend and long-term trend. So it doesn't meet my criteria for entry again. As well, that I didn't spot any bottom structure here. That's why I didn't enter. During last week, you can see how volatile the market became through these long, lower, and upper shadow candlesticks. There have been significant intraday volatilities. If one doesn't have a trading system that he can follow, I could imagine that he or she could easily get lost, panicking, or anxious. Whether I should exit, whether I should buy more, where is the bottom? Maybe tomorrow the market will reverse. And this is where typically people make mistakes. So where is the bottom? When is the bottom? I do not know. And I think nobody knows. And if we look at price here, it's accelerating here, the drop. However, the good news is last week, despite of the volatility, in the end, the week has been flat, going on the sideways. It is always good that the drop slows down, because the slowdown of the price drop is a precondition of a possible bottom divergence. And the bottom divergence is a precondition of the bottom structure. Let me try to explain you on this a bit furthermore. So we're at the 2-hour chart of S&P 500. As you can see from the previous high, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4. So with this rebound of wave 4, this will certainly slow down the drop. So after this rebound, if the market drop further, this wave 5, generally speaking, will not be as fast as wave 3. So then what will happen? Ideally, if there will be a wave 5 and creates new low, so here it goes new low, and here when we look at MACD, it will go like this. Then probably there will be bottom divergence appear again, which provide the precondition of a possible bottom structure to be formed later. Of course, it's an ideal situation for me. However, we always need to respect the market. The market doesn't follow our anticipation. It's totally normal. We will keep observing and adapt to whatever the possibility that market give us. Either there will be a bottom structure or the price go up and break out both the long-term and short-term trend. This will be my buying point, or even better, there will be a bottom structure here for me to enter. Now let's take a look at the CAC 40. So CAC 40 actually on this day, I cleared 80% of my position because the price on the previous day, the closing candlestick fall below the lower bound of the long-term trend. So according to my discipline, my rule, I exit. Why 80%? Why not 100%? Because in March 2020, I entered at a very low point. When you see now, I do not believe the market can go down like that. That's why I would like to keep 20% of my position entered at a very low point to deal with the market volatility. But then maybe you will ask, so according to my rule, that when the price break out the long-term trend, I should actually buy back the 40%. Why I didn't do that on Friday? Because if we look at the 2-hour chart of CAC 40 from the previous high, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and on Thursday, I suspect that it may reach the end of wave 4 and wave 5 may start. So I decided to do a little bit of the fine tune here by not entering on Friday, because if the wave 5 did exist, then I should wait. So I will either buy back this 40% again when the price go above this point, or if it goes to wave 5 and create new low, maybe there will be another bottom divergence and potential bottom structure to be formed, then it could be a very good entry here for me. So that is my strategy here. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.